Okay, so what we're going to do today is we're going to do Siniwali, but we're going to do interactive. Meaning it's not matching, it's not what we typically think of as Siniwali, where we go the same thing, okay? And interactive.
Because that's what Grandmaster Bill wants. And that's what we got to provide. All right? So, again, Siniwali just means to weave to pattern. All right? And what we're going to do is break that pattern today. So, he's going to come with what we call an angle 1. Okay? He's just going to the left side of my head. All right? I'm going to answer with what would seemingly be a back fist. All right? So, there's a little issue here. You got to really kind of zap that because my backhand against his forehand. So, I'm going to come with the high backhand. Now what I'm going to do is come right underneath, okay, up, over, and check. That's where we're going to start with this. So high backhand, I'm going to come over. Again, this would be my second hit, okay? Over, and I check, which would be my third hit on the arm, okay? Then he's going to do it. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and I want to go to the next movement, and I'm trying not to. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So again, and around, and all I'm going to do with this is I'm going to open it up or close it off, depending on the way you look at it. Now, with that being said, high backhand, I come underneath, I check, reverse redondo. I'm going to come from the outside of his arm, and I'm going to chamber my one. So we're both in the one position right now. Okay, we're both in that one chamber.
Okay? It's no different than the basics. We consider this the basics. All right? So now what we're going to do for this double stick is we're going to go ahead, and all that's online, by the way. That interactive one's online. All right? So now what we're going to do is do a direct translation. Now, I'll tell you right now, direct translation. So we're going to do okay? But let's be honest, okay? Nobody's going to. Now I'm going to come underneath. That's my first hit on the radial, and come around and hammer fist. And that's where we're going to stop with this one. So again, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't want you to think about your defensive technique here as a defensive technique. I want you to think 1, 2, 3. He goes, wow, that's awesome, and he's going to palm strike my face. Okay? So all your offense is defense, your defense is offense. All right? Because again, here's my defense. Let's do it again. There's my defense. Okay, I just rake the eyes. Okay, same technique. Okay, it's just I'm a little inside gunting, so as it comes in, I'm going to gunt the inside. When you do the gunting to the inside, if I want to get back to the outside, I have to go downward. Okay, if I go bang, I'm stuck in a split. And we're going to talk about the split next. All right, so I've got to make sure, and again, it's the movement of the knife now. Right? Ta-da! 1, 2, 3, 4. He stops that. So now I trap and cut. That's his knife defense, right? And I come here, okay? Or as he starts to loop, we just ride it. Yeah, you forgot about the ride, didn't you? Okay, so again, right? If I'm here, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, as soon as that contact's made, I'm here. Or he presses heavy, and I go here. Oh, stopped it again, sorry. Okay, so there's all these things, and it's all dependent on his energy. Okay, and this is an easy example. So right now we're here, and I'm trapping over like that. Okay, and that's because his energy crossed my center line. All right, I can't open the center line once he's past it. Okay, but if I'm here and I catch center line, I'm golden. All right. So again, 1, 2, 3, 4. This is your first insertion. Okay, so yeah, 1, 2, 3. I'm going to do the sunga to the throat. Okay, and we were talking, what happens? So I just redirect, hit, and again, you can either go sternum. I like popping the liver, okay, because it seems to get a pretty good reaction in UFC, it seems. All right, so I get bang, right? Oh, sorry. So again, all right, so again, from here, the first parry's here. Now, let's talk about parrying real quick, okay? You don't want to give a lot of force to a parry. You're just trying to bring it offline a little bit. You have to come off the line a little bit. I don't throw a cross like this. The pivot is what brings me offline. The pivot is what brings me off. I don't go 1, 2, right? I'm coming 1. The pivot brings me off the line. So, try for you to see that.
When I'm in double earth, I'm not doing a stab to the throat. I'm using my puño to go to the throat. Okay? A lot of good stuff here. A lot of good stuff. All right? 2, I shoot back and go to his eye. I'm going to wipe out. I'm going to sever what's the brachial tie-in. Okay, so that's your ulnar, your radial, and your brachial plexus. All right? The arm's just going to go dead. So now you go, okay, now I understand why Filipinos like this. All right? It's that puño. Okay? I'm going to rake back on the ulnar. I'm going to shoot to the eye. I'm going to open this. Again, brachial plexus, the tie-in. I'm going to open, and I'm going to spear to the pectoral. So for us, who are not as tall as all these lovely guys,
The same pieces and colors and everything else. And I told you, building a house, nobody's house here would look the same. Just playing with Legos, right? But you can mix and match. And that's the beauty of martial arts. You know, you don't want to get stuck into dogma. Because once that getting right, go. Right? The technique's lost. So let's start with the jab, right? So 1. Now I do the gunting first, and then I go to the sungan, right? Down, up, it's gonna hurt. Okay, and then again, you go into your jiu-jitsu, you can do whatever you want. Okay, next permutation, right? I'm starting to sound like she. Permutation! I can't spell permutation. Okay, so again, here I go 1, 2, 3. We go back to this elbow that we started earlier. Here's your next throw. Okay, so again, mix and match, have fun. So really, that's the fun part of martial arts for me is.